Welcome to my 2024 year-end video. So, last year I made a video where I took you to a vision. Well, if you happen to see it, I guided you to have a vision, to see a vision, to take a little glimpse into what your future might look like a year from then. And naturally, when you attempt to do the same thing again, the ego tends to interfere because you already know what to expect. And this year, I actually have another great exercise, which I also did with a few people. And to my surprise, this morning, I had a beautiful email waiting for me when I woke up. And it gave me, in fact, it confirmed to me the idea and telling myself, okay, Nathalie, it's time to record the video. So here it is. I'm going to take you through another exercise, which is really, it's different, but extremely conclusive. So the first step, I'm going to ask you to see an image in your mind. And in the second step, you'll see a second image. And then we will see the difference between the two images, and I will explain the difference between the two images. We will each have our own images. Now let's put that aside for a moment. I invite you to pause here and go get yourself a piece of paper and a pencil, because you will write down what you will have seen in your first image, which is quite straightforward. You will see something. However, the particularity will be in the second image, where I will ask you to take a moment to write it down. Once you have completely viewed the second image, please take the time to jot down what you observe and note the difference between them. Don't worry, I will guide you through it. I'll even play a little music to help the energy. It's not a lengthy process, just a few minutes. It's shorter than last year because I'm truly aiming to help you reach your full potential. But deep down, you already know what it is, and you know what you desire. First of all, I must express that when you truly desire something, it signifies that you have the potential to achieve it. Whether this desire stems from our intellect or arises from our higher self, it represents something within our reach. The distinction between the two might be that when it originates from our intellect or our ego, it might not be something we truly need. And it might not even have a significant impact on our lives or even on the lives of the others around us. So if you truly want to achieve something, of course go for it. Remember, it's your life, so enjoy it to the fullest. There are many things I've done simply because I wanted to do them, because I desired to succeed, or it was for myself and it was perfectly okay. Whether it was to prove to myself that I was capable of doing something or because I wanted to escape a situation, it did not matter. However, at some point, I've reached a stage in my life where I desire things that will make a difference. And that's when I truly wanted to live the dreams that I carry in my heart. Now I'm going to ask you to sit down quietly. And together we are going to breathe in as deeply as we can. First, breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Then repeat to regulate your energy. After that, breathe in and out normally. And now I'm going to ask you to close your eyes and visualize a picture of your current situation. Yes, you already know it. So close your eyes, visualize an image of your current situation, and allow yourself to be guided into its topic, the subject that naturally comes to you. I chose not to give you a subject initially because I genuinely want you to let what's most significant or occupies the majority of your mental space, so what takes control of your attention. So envision an image of your current situation in this exact situation. Observe all the details closely. You are familiar with them. Take your time. Carefully examine the details. Write them down. Allow yourself the time to write everything down. There are certain things that you can write down on the paper to avoid forgetting them, and there are outlines that perhaps you will recall later. That's perfectly fine. Write down whatever comes to your mind. Now let's breathe in and out again. And before we look at the second image, think of something, some gratitude, little things you truly appreciate. Be filled with gratitude and express it from your heart. Choose something meaningful, not superficial. Something you deeply value. Make a mental list or write them down, it doesn't matter. Whether you say, thank you for this, or say, I appreciate that, or simply thinking, oh, I like that, or even, thank you, God, for that, or whatever it might be, just go ahead and do it. Keep breathing in and breathing out. Now I'm going to ask you about the situation of the subject that came up before. What do you truly want to experience? What would you prefer, and what is the desire you wish to live instead? Because yes, there's a desire in there somewhere, and you know it deep down. That's what you truly want. What is the second side of the coin you wish to experience in your life? Now, I want you to close your eyes and imagine the second image. Truly visualize an image. I'm asking you to form a full, detailed picture of this ideal situation without any doubt, without any issues, without negativity, where everything is going perfectly like, oh my God, that's the scenario I want. That's the situation I truly desire. And in that image, yes, you are there. That's the image, that's you. Look closely at that image. Observe the decor, the surroundings. Picture the scene vividly in your mind. Go ahead, close your eyes and do it. Imagine the entire setting of this situation. What activities are you engaged in? What clothes are you wearing? What's the style of your hair? How does your body weight? Examine your fingers and your nails, your makeup. How is it applied? How does your perfume smell to you? Reflect on your feelings, your complete sense of power. How is it? Who exactly are you in this moment? Who are you? And what are you? What are you? It's not always easy to answer the what. Let yourself answer. Allow yourself to answer the what are you. This entire beautiful picture is your perfect desire. I'm going to ask you to take note of all the details of this second image right now. Take your time to write down the details of this second image, as detailed as possible. What you saw, who you were, who you felt you were, how you looked, what you were doing, how it was. Perfect. Go on. I'll give you a minute to finish it. Now, let's move on to examining the current situation in the first image and where I want to go in the second image. I will not discuss the linear time, as things can be instantly done and sometimes some things can take a very long linear time. Please just compare the two images because it's time to compare now the images. So, yes, now we are back in our intellect mind. Compare the images. Write down the difference between them. Look at them. Are the things in the first image and the second image so different that they seem like two different people? Or are they almost the same in the second image and there are just a couple of small different things here and there? In the second image, are you a different person compared to the first one? Let me explain this very briefly. It's quite straightforward, you'll see. The more you differ or the more the situation changes in the second image, this implies that you haven't yet fully embodied that person. So it means that this reality cannot manifest swiftly. The second image, if it resembles the first image a lot, it indicates that you are already embodying this person. You have already taken on this character, this situation, this way of being, and now it's time to start believing in yourself. That's another point, and I'll discuss it again. But you see, the first image and the second image, the distinction between them is whether or not you have already embodied what you aspire to become in this particular situation. And now you can do this with any subject, relationship, personal, spiritual, work, whatever. So the second image represents what you have to embody, become. To embody means to become. So to become the second image, for it to materialize, you have to become this person. For example, when I compared mine, I did mine with the topic of being an author. And when I saw the image of the author, of what it's like for me, my life as an author, I saw that I've already created it over the past years. I really got into it with its appealing lifestyle, but for me, the money wasn't there. That was the key difference. So now, regarding what to do about that, that's coaching. I'm not taking you to that part. It was just an example to relate and provide a concrete example from my experience so you can better understand your own situation. So, your second image on the topic, by the way, it can be any topic like I mentioned: career, relationship, money, dream, desire, anything. It doesn't matter. It can be a personal relationship with a specific someone. It can be a job, a project. It can be a project you're working on. Allow yourself to go through this exercise with anything you want. You'll see it's, oh my God, magical, because it allows us to see and ask, have I truly embodied the full potential that I know I'm capable of becoming? Yes or no? It's simple. If in my image I'm not there yet, then I haven't really started embodying it. And if in my image it's really close, but there are a few little details missing, that means I'm on the right track. I'm heading in the right direction. I'm on the right path. I just have to trust myself and keep going. So that was my end of 2024 exercise, because we're coming up to a 2025 year soon. Well, if you look at this video in 2025, yay, Happy New Year! And you know, each year has its own energy, but we add our own personal energy as well, of course. We each have our own energy according to the year and month we were born. 2025 itself, so 5 plus 2 plus 2, is by default a year of transformation, of completion. So yes, we let go, we complete, we evolve, because we either finish something for a new evolution or to move on to something else. Both are essentially the same, and that's in everything we do. So it's a year of completion, regardless of what it is, you get the idea. It's a time to out with the old, making place for the new, which will be the following year. And it is a year of forgiveness. Forgiveness is about stopping judgment in how you see or perceive something. That's forgiveness. It's not seeing an X, Y, or Z judgment. We are projecting. So, when we forgive, we stop seeing what we see the way we judge it. What we see is a projection. So when I judge someone as being this way for hurting me, acting like this, or being this type of person, it's my own judgment based on my own perception of them and the situation. It's my own judgment. So when I forgive others, I'm actually stopping my own judgment. Anyway, that was a little parenthesis I did not plan to talk about. So there you have it. I truly hope you enjoyed this little exercise because I personally thought it was quite wonderful. You can do that at any time. Just take 2 images. You sit down, you breathe deeply, you calm yourself, and you allow yourself. On that note, always remember to breathe in, let go of all your ego-based thoughts and vision, to see from your soul, which is full of positivity and love, and to love out. Happy end of the year, or happy day, or happy new year. See you soon.